Good afternoon, viewers. Good afternoon, people of Nigeria. From wherever you are watching from, I send you greetings, compliments of the season, and I'm hoping that God will usher us into a new dawn, into a new year. And I'm honestly waiting for the next year and what is about to happen. Today, viewers and my people, I want to address the Nigeria media, channel, Arise, and what have you. And I want to register my disappointment and sometimes I will say my disgust about the way the fourth estate of the realm analyzes the news, reports the news, or make comments about the news. I'm really so disappointed. I see the Arise, the channels, they have good names. And they have multitudes of viewers, 1 billion and so on. And for the past decade, you kept getting this accolade as the best news, as the best this, as the best that. What is best or what is excellent about your news reporting? Except that you are making money reporting news like parrots. There's nothing investigative about all the nonsense that is going down in that space called Nigeria. And I'm particularly disappointed at you, Dr. Abati, Dr. Reuben Abati. I have watched you, I've listened to you, sometimes listen to your puerile analysis, your inconsistencies about the way you judge or you analyze what happens when it is done by President Tinubu. And it appears to me that you are probably a lackey or an ass kisser. You are a doctor in your field of endeavor, for crying out loud, and you are acting like a man without conscience, without cerebral equity, and without courage, just because of a living. You cannot speak your truth to power. When something is being done by Tinubu, you utterly condemned it, especially when it didn't favor the masses. You are quick to give him a slap on the hand, even when you have not done what I would call investigative journalism. I can see how Rufai Oseni does his own analysis. And I can see that it comes from the recesses of his soul, especially when he's analyzing an unfavorable situation. You always have a mild way of analyzing something that affects the masses, as if to say whatever the government is doing is just right. I am sorely disappointed in you, Dr. Abati. All your antics, all your shenanigans will irritate any person with a modicum of discernment, because you are not speaking your truth to power. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm an ordinary Yoruba girl. I'm in America. And I've been in Nigeria. And I know what is going down there. The so-called powerful, rich people that are encapsulating the people, dehumanizing the people, oppressing the people. What have you said about them? Have you ever done any investigation about where President Tinubu gets his billions or millions, or why President Tinubu will have 17 oil wells, one single man among 230 million people in Nigeria, while he single-handedly have a refinery in Malta? Have you ever questioned him? And to crown it all, I've seen a lot of your nonsense. I have seen a lot of your nonsense. And when I juxtapose it with what Rufai have said On several occasions, I realized that you need to throw away that badge called Dr. So and so, because you're not, as far as I'm concerned, you're not worth that title. You are a coward, yellow-livered, and I don't care whether Arise thinks you're the best anchorman. You're a disgrace to journalism. Even though they call you the fourth estate of the realm, you are yellow-livered, scarecrow, and disgustingly irritating. And the last one that you did, that is what I actually felt like I need to say something to you, Dr. Reuben Abati. You had a chat with President Tinubu, and you are asking silly questions. Questions that ordinary layman will know the answer. You are asking the president of the country who has plunged at least 180 million people into dire situations. Not just, we have multiple of problems in Nigeria. It was not caused by Tinubu, but Tinubu is one of the factors where we are today. He was a senator once, 8 years in Lagos State as a #1 man. What did this man do for Lagos State? All I know that he did is he has goons, instant millionaires through agberos, transportation workers. He has turned them into not only goons, murderers. They do his biddings, his dirty biddings. MC Oluomo is there, unlettered, but he occupies the position that a doctorate degree in transportation in management will do. That is the kind of people this man, Jagaban of body law, Jagabandit, Jaga nonsense, had to appoint and give power to, because they do his bad and illegal biddings. You now went to chat with him. You are the mentor, or whatever you call yourself, the host, or whatever you want to call yourself, I don't care. And you got to President Tinubu, you did not ask substantive questions. Questions that will make Nigeria realize that, yes, this is actually doctor of journalism. You went there like you're holding the hand of a bride. And keeping mums when he begin to give his useless answers to your useless questions, Dr. Abati. Did you ever ask President Tinubu, while a man who considers himself sensible, caring, and with good sense of management, a good sense, an acumen of intelligence, modicum of senses, why he will withdraw the subsidy, the fuel subsidy, without ensuring that at least one of the 4 refineries is working? Did you ask him? And if he said he has a reason for doing that, did you not tell him the repercussion? That what he did was what threw so many people into poverty, into starvation, to the point that right now we are having stampede all over the country. You did not ask him those questions. And you call yourself the 4th estate of the realm. Which realm? The realm of hell? Dr. Abati, I'm very disappointed in you, because you are not a young man anymore. You are not in your late 30s or late 40s or even late 50s. And yet, you are acting like a 25-year-old idiotic man with a degree or with degrees. You are not working as a journalist. You are working as a man who needs to fulfill his stomach infrastructure, because you are not afraid. If you are saying the right thing, like Miss Olu Lawyer, Dr. Olu Lawyer has been doing our investigative journalism, like David Udein has been doing it, if you have been outspoken, you are once a politician because you worked for Dr. Goodluck Ebele when he was the president. And yet, you are acting like a politician instead of a journalist. You are a disgrace. You are a disgrace to the 4th estate of the realm. And you need to start rethinking. Because you are not going to be a journalist forever. You will retire one day. And then the guilt, the blood that you have arrested all these people for will be on your head. That's what God says in Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 18. I know you are a Christian. Go and read it. How many times have you chastised all these charlatans calling themselves rich people? Have you ever asked them how many industries have they built or created for the masses? But they will say that they have 10 billion. They are worth 15 billion. Even Obasanjo is worth 18 billion. But thank God to WikiLeaks that has to tell us that Obasanjo and Are Afe Babalola, the legal disgrace, the legal legendary disgrace, they had to bribe 5 judges with $1.1 million, not naira, $1.1 million for 5 judges, just because the situation concerned one of Afe Babalola's clients. They have to turn the hand of justice around to favor his client. And this man called himself a lawyer, legal luminary, legal legend, all this nonsense, all these useless titles that you Nigerians give each other. He's a son, a man without any modicum of decency, uprightness. He has built this disgraceful personality in the last 50 years or so, and you all keep hailing him. He has an accomplishment. He had this. He said that. This same Afe Babalola, have you interviewed him seriously? Have you investigated what Dele Farotimi said concerning him? But you're all quick to judge. He shouldn't have said that. This man has built something. President Trump was accused of so many things. He was a president once, and is going to be another president. But that does not mean that the court of United States of America cannot sue him for alleged offense or offenses. You people are not ready to challenge Afe Babalola. You are not ready to question Obasanjo with all the genocide that he too committed. All the money that he stole. The fuel money, this money, electricity money. Where did Obasanjo got $18 billion from? As one of the richest men in Ogun State. Did you question? You have never done all kinds of interview like that. No investigative journalism. And you call yourself one stupid doctor. Stupid appellate that you Nigerians love. You love titles. JP this. Alaji that. San this. And it seems like the sign of common sense has eluded a lot of you. I can see Rufai boiling when he has something tangible to say. And I can see your face, Dr. Reuben Abati, how uncomfortable. Your face tells it all. You are uncomfortable when Rufai is making serious allegations concerning these people or analyzing a situation where Rufai had to say something that is not so pleasant about President Tinubu or Yaya Bello or any one of those useless leaders. They are not leaders. They are totalitarians. They are despots. They are thieves. They are rogues. They are looters of our treasury. And you know it, Abati. But you do not have the courage or the boldness. You cannot speak your truth to power. Cringing on your seat. Because your stomach infrastructure had to be filled. You have all the apparatus to use and bring these people. Even if you're not bringing them to justice because you are not the law. But you can make the law listen to you by the kind of analysis that you make. But you are kissing asses. You don't want the owner of your television station to fire you. If he fires you, is that the end of life? I have lost more than 9 jobs in America. And I'm still thriving. And I'm still doing exactly what I wish to do. I love to write. I love to talk. I am still doing it. And I don't know how many times I've told my boss to take his job and shove it. They can take their job and shove it. They cannot take my soul. You are afraid to lose your job, but you are going to lose your soul at the end of the day, Dr. Abati. And the rest of you that parrot, you deliver news without concrete analysis, without intricate analysis. The complexity of what is going on in Nigeria should have made the head of the government thick. Some of you should have been in jail because you are saying your truth, but you are not. Because you are just parroting news, not analyzing it, not indicting anybody, or not even alleging that they did something. No, you are kissing their asses, stinking, dirty, rubbish asses. And you call yourself the fourth estate of the realm? You should be ashamed of yourself, Abati, and the rest of you that kisses. That you all kiss asses. You kiss asses. You cannot speak your truth to power. Once again, my name is Dr. Omo Milawa. I'm a Yoruba girl. And like Badenoch, I ain't so proud now. I'm not so proud now to say that I'm even a Nigerian. Because that Nigeria has failed millions of people. Millions, including you, Abati. Because let me tell you, if you go to any part of the north now, don't wear your label. Don't say you're a journalist, just walk. And you can see that you can be kidnapped. Except you start shouting, I'm Abati, I'm Reuben Abati, I'm not against you. You go, if you have the guts, if you have the balls, go to any part of the north now and walk like any ordinary man. If you will not be kidnapped, then call me a bastard. And yet, Bodejo is there with the Mayeti Allah, kidnapping and killing. He has been released, yo, because of one instruction from the cabal to Tinubu. Did you go back to ask why he should be released? A man that is supposed to be a criminal, a man that has his own military men, a man that has been kidnapping and killing. Did you ask? No. You swept it under the carpet because it was Tinubu who gave the order to be released. Did you ever ask the administration, either Buhari or even now President Tinubu, while Gumi will be working free as a free man, a man that had the audacity, he has the impunity, he has the temerity to negotiate with terrorists in a country that we call ourselves democratic? Is that democracy? Or you are all democracy madness? Real, ardent, cold madness in that space. I know, I think you are also a lawyer. If there's an extradition law between Nigeria and United States, you better pull it out and give it to Tinubu so that he can come and pick me. Afe Babala has the audacity to abduct Dele Farotimi. How much analysis have you done about that? That is a case of abuse of power. But what did you all do? You glossed over it. What Dele Farotimi wrote, he must be able to substantiate it. Why don't Afe Babala take him to court? Sue him to court. In his hometown, Ekiti, defamation or libelous situation is not criminal. It's a civil case. He could sue him for damages. I don't know whether you call it tort. Let him go and remedy his name. It's supposedly good name. A name that has messed up with bribery and corruption. I'm not afraid to tell you, all of you people, you're a disgrace. Nigeria is supposed to be one of the greatest countries. One of the greatest countries all over the world because we are blessed. We are blessed with everything materially, mentally, and human resources. We have people, and our people is our asset, our greatest asset. What have you done? They have rubbished all of us to go behind behind closed doors, sent to several nations that we don't even want to be, or because we are looking for greener pastures also. Mind you, I worked in Nigeria for 10 years. I worked in First Bank with a master's degree. I never became a manager. While clerks that are sleeping with the bosses became senior manager while I was there. Go and ask about my record. I never stole 1 penny. I never had any misdemeanor. But people that were stealing, robbing, lying, they were being promoted every 18 months or so. And you call that in Nigeria, that you must all, whether we like it or not, come together so that we can die together over your dead body. We are not going to die. The Yoruba nation is going to stand. I know you don't believe it, but I know that in the recesses of your soul, you know that Nigeria is not one. How can a nation that has 15 languages be one? And there's not even one single one among those languages being spoken. We are still speaking the language of our captors, of our neo-colonialists. Is English anybody's language? And you want us to be one. Where is the homogeneity in Nigeria? We all don't have same ethos. No moral ethos is the same. Our philosophy towards life, Yoruba philosophy towards life, is quite different from the Fulani, the killer, the marauders, the encroachers, the users, and lazy. We can go to the Mediterranean to go for greener pastures, but the Fulani will want to use AK-47 to take whatever it is that we have obtained. And you call that democracy? You call that one Nigeria? That's supposed to be one Nigeria. How many Fulanis do you see struggling abroad to get a degree, like the Yorubas and the Igbos and other extractions? They will go to their 1 year Muslim whatever, and when they come back, they are commissioners, they are ministers. You know, you have heard that Metawale, Minister of Defense, was seeing Boko Harams, the Boko Haram insurgents, sharing ransom with them, or giving them their ransom in his office. Did you go and ask him? You are afraid to ask him, or you even afraid to tell Tinubu to drop him from his cabinet? Do you people have the guts? No. You are afraid to die. You don't want to die nobly. But eventually you might die disdainfully, disgracefully. Because death is a necessary end. We all don't know how it's going to come. But as you're looking at me, I'm ready to die for my truth. Are you ready? Dr. Abati, OG Okwe, are you all ready? You're all kissing the asses of your employers. You want to be good in their books. You will be good in their books because they are all malfeasance. You are all creating nuisance. But let me tell you, let the world give you everything. If the Lord said no, everything that you have acquired is nothing. And none of you, not one single one, either you or your employers, can bribe God to go to heaven. Your airplanes will not take you to the gate. Your yacht will not cross beyond River Niger or Atlantic Ocean. A lot of you are going to be sorely beaten by the hand of God. And Dr. Abati, if you're a Yoruba man, a disgraceful Yoruba man, I'm ashamed of you. If you're a Yoruba man, you are not worth to be a Yoruba man. Because deep down in your heart, you are a liar. You are a liar. And you can sue me. And I'll bring out some of your analysis that you have done in recent past. I'm not so proud of you for being an anchor at an international TV station that you are the anchor. I'm so ashamed of you. And let me tell you, all of you that call yourself the fourth estate, members of the fourth estate of the realm, you are not speaking your truth to power. You have lost the boldness, the tactfulness, the bodacious stand that I see in journalists over the world. Many journalists have died for their job because they're speaking their truth to power. But most of you Nigerian journalists, you are ass kissers, lackeys. You're not bold enough to stand for the truth. And that's where the problem lies. That's why that country will be and remain the way it is. We are not going to forge ahead. But I thank God that this Yoruba nation struggle is on. And it's going to keep on until Yoruba nation is established. So, Dr. Abati, kiss as many asses as you want to so that you can fulfill your stomach infrastructure. One day, just like it took one day for God to sink the king of Egypt, Pharaoh, in that Red Sea. One day, those Fulani that you see, that we see, we will see them no more. Because one day, the power of God will arise and sink them too. I don't know whether in the Atlantic Ocean or wherever. It may even be the ground that will open up and swallow them like it did the children of Korah, the children of Dathan, and the children of Reuben. Thank God your name is Reuben. You will know it. Go to Numbers chapter 16. You will read where God commanded the ground to open up and swallow all these evil people. Pray that you will not be one of them, Abati, and the rest of you, lackeys, ass kissers. I am ashamed of you, and you do not deserve that fourth estate of the realm. Sure, go and hand in your badge and look for another business. You're not worth it. In 9 years, Nigerians have been going through dehumanization, oppression. You have not indicted anybody. You just keep on parroting useless news. Useless news. People are stealing right, left, and center. All you do is just tell us. So after telling us, what do you think we, the common man, can do with it? Have you really done your investigative journalism to bring out the truth so that the government can look at it and do something about it? Or you challenge the government? All over the world, when we have the fourth estate of the realm, they have brought down evil government. They have brought down oppressive government. But in Nigeria, no. You hailed oppressive government. You smile at them. You kiss their asses. Like you, Pastor or Dr. Reuben Abati, you did with the kind of chat you had with Jagaban President Bola Tinubu. It was as he went there to lick his stinking dirty ass. And all of you trying to be politically correct. A disgrace. All of you asking inane questions, stupid questions. A country is already on the edge of the precipice, and you are asking foolish questions from the man who plunged over 200 people into starvation and poverty and lack. Even though he said he didn't cause it, he brought Buhari by spending 35 billion stolen from Lagos State. Or if he didn't steal it from Lagos State, he got it from his drug dealing operations and spent it on one useless imbecile. A man that allowed Boko Haram to get into the country like a warriors or like a useless into the nation. It's not even a nation. Nigeria is not a nation. It's a conglomerate of a representative. And you're all smiling to your banks, thinking that you have a job. You're going to get slapped by God. Mark this face. I would like to speak to you when I get to Nigeria. I'm so disappointed at you. You made mention that Badenoch does not have the right to insult Nigeria. Is Nigeria a country? Is that the kind of country you all want to die in? Yes. Some of you will die in that one Nigeria. It's not because you love one Nigeria. It's because you don't want to lose your largesse, your benefits, ill-gotten benefits. You are benefiting from the poor masses suffering. There's anarchy in the country, and you're all keeping mums because you don't want to lose that stomach and pocket infrastructure. You are going to lose your soul at the end of the day. Maybe because I don't know the names of the rest of you. Abati, you in particular. I'm not only disappointed, I'm disgusted with you. Ojiokwe, yes, keep on trending with news and not really analyzing and bringing anybody on their knees. You're all slapping the hands of criminals and laughing with them. You're all going to cry at the end of the day. Because the watch that God has set for you is about to burst. My people, especially my Yoruba people, that's our newsmen for you, reporting news like parrots, but not bringing anything to bear. They're just telling news, nothing to show for it, nothing. Before you know it now, they too will start supporting one candidate, and all of the candidates are thieves. Tell me which Nigerian candidate is not a thief. Bajabi Amila is a thief. Wike, mad, deranged Wike is equally a thief. What about Prince Will Akpabio? Yes, looter. Rotimi Amechi, thief. And the rest of you that are thieves, you know each other. Those of you that you call yourself billionaires, you have not allowed Nigerians to even know the source of your money. We just know that you are billionaires. No industry, no companies. They say you own this, you own that. What have you done for the common man? And for the last time, none of you, not one single of you is taking that money out of your Nigeria contraption. Hubert Wigwe did not take a penny. His house is worth 15 billion. He did not take a square inch of his house anywhere. You don't know what is going to happen to any one of you. So beware. Stand up on the side of righteousness and let the Almighty God, the omnipotent God, the omniscience God, the one that knows tomorrow from today, the one that knows eternity, let him be your God. Otherwise, you're all going to regret at the end of the day. My Yoruba people, my Igbo brethren, and other extractions in that contraption called Nigeria, this is your sister, Dr. Wunmi Lawal. I'm a Yoruba girl. I'm a mother and I'm a grandmother. And I do not wish that the way Nigeria is the way it should be for any individual living in that space. That's my truth. And I got to tell it. I got to tell it. You may not like it, but that is it for you. Thank you, my people. It's always a privilege, and I feel honored that when you get this message, you will help me to share it. Share it. Let it get to Abati. Ojiokwe. Let it get to their employers. I don't know the name of okay. John Momo, of the owner of Chanel. Let him get it. It is not asking his people to tell the truth to power. He wants his channel to keep on gathering billions and billions. That's all you know. He's not taking anything out of this world too. So that is me for you. I say my name again, Dr. Wunmi Lawal. and I'm in the United States of America. If what I've said angered you, there's an extradition. You can come and pick me. It's okay. It's one of those things in life. When you stand for something, then you'll be recognized for that. I said my truth to power. If you don't like it, so be it. My people, thank you for listening to me. You all have a nice day. And may the peace of God that passeth all human understanding be quitted to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you.